Hi guys, welcome back, and if it's your first time here, hello, my name's Vanessa Lee. So I've got some really very cool updates to show you and I can't wait. So I'm going to spin the camera around and get straight into this video. So I'm actually going to start on this side of the room, and the plant that I want to show you is my Thai constellation. Look at her, isn't she gorgeous? So I recently bought this new plant light, it's right there, and this plant does seem to be liking it. So I've had this plant for 3 months, just over 3 months, and when I first bought it, this leaf had just unfurled. So it didn't unfurl in my care, it was soft as I brought it home. And look at the size of it, isn't it just, oh. And it's super splashy. I absolutely love this plant. I bought this plant from Little Dobbies and it was just such a little bargain. Anyway, the thing that I want to show you is round here. Round here, I want to show you, there's a new leaf coming, and that will be the first one in my care. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have this one in a chunky aeroid mix and it's in a no drainage vessel, although I did make a hole somewhere on the pot just in case I do overwater it. It's got like a layer of lacquer balls at the bottom. And I love the fact that it's in this clear vessel because I can just keep an eye on those roots. As you can see, they're very happy chunky roots. This mix actually was the Grow Tropicals Alocasia, which has vermiculite in it. It has all the other substrates that you would find in a chunky aeroid mix, but the only addition is the vermiculite, and I most definitely am not watering this plant too often. I probably do it maybe every 2 weeks. I mean, it's winter right now, so I'm most definitely doing it less. But I seem to have, I don't know, I seem to have made some progress with getting the watering right. I have lost some leaves, like the smaller one. There was one that actually was, this is probably the first leaf on the plant, and then there was another one, and that one was the one that just went yellow. And I can see around here, the next smallest leaf is also, is also struggling, and I'm not quite sure what that's all about. I have heard that silica is a really good product to use on plants with variegation that tends to do that browning thing, but yeah, everywhere else on the plant seems fine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this new leaf, and I'm really hoping that it's nice and mature and has that double fenestration. Oh my God, I would be so happy, because then I will know that it's happy here and that I'm doing everything right. And yeah, and also that the light is definitely something that it's enjoying. So yeah, okay, let's move on to the next plant, which is on the other side of the room. Okay, so this is the other side of the room where I have basically all of the other plants in this room are on this side of the room. I do have like 1 or 2 in the kitchen, but in this living room space, I have just 2 areas. Where to start? Oh my gosh, it's just been kicking off over here. It's been going crazy. Can't speak properly. It is a little gloomy today. I do have all the lighting on, so this is probably the best I can do. I'm going to try and do something in editing maybe. Let's start with my Hoya. It's a Rhipsalis paradoxa minor, because then I get to talk about my new lights. So there's another set of new lights. These are the burritos, and this plant is loving it. Look at all those new shoots. So the ones that are quite short and standing up, those are all new. They just came out of nowhere. So they are not propagations or anything like that. They just popped up. So I'm very happy that this plant, I've figured it out and I'm getting the watering right. I haven't lost any stems lately. When I first bought this plant, I don't know, the watering for me was just so hard. I wasn't sure what was going on. Like I'd have one stem that was quite soft and then the others would be really hard, and then I'd water it and then one would rot, and it was a thing. So now I can't really tell you exactly what it is that I do for watering. It literally is just I sense when it needs something. But I'm probably doing it every 10 days to 2 weeks, maybe 10 days, I think 10 days. Okay, so I do have this one in no drainage as well, in a clear vessel. It's actually in a chunky aeroid mix. I hadn't really done at that stage much research on substrates for Rhipsalis, but it looks like it's enjoying it, and that's probably where the whole watering and everything really plays into what substrate you decide to use, and obviously what kind of vessel you put it in. Anyway, I'm blabbering. Let me show you the length of this beast. And I don't know if I have any photos of this plant when I first bought it. I mean, it was long, but it wasn't as long as it is now. It's just crazy long. And you might see like lots of kind of aerial roots popping out, which is a really good indication that the humidity is enough for this plant. Otherwise those would just fall off. And that also makes it really easy for propagating. So say I wanted to cut this stem, for instance, I could just cut it here. Oh, there's two there. Yeah, I could just cut it. Oh, please zoom in. Yeah, I could just cut it here maybe, and then just make sure that those two are in the soil. But yeah, she's proper rooty. How long have I had this plant? I've had this plant, oh my goodness. I actually can't remember. Did I get it this year? It feels like I've had this a year. I'll put the correct date up. It does feel like I've had it a year, but maybe I've had it for less than a year. Not very helpful. I'll put the date up. Let's move on to the next one, which is down here. It's my Philodendron Florida Ghost, and look at that leaf. Let me just get in there. Look at the leaf. So as you can see, all of them are green, but this is like the first one that's mature and paler. I mean, it's not quite white, but we're getting there. We are getting there. I did recently put it on this kind of makeshift pole. Oh, sorry, Rhipsalis in the way. Maybe I should just take it out, actually. That might be easier. Here she is. Yeah, so I made this pole out of, is that better? Yeah, made it out of a water bottle, and it's just kind of being gripped into this circular motion by some tape. Yeah, back to the plant. I've had this plant for, gosh, definitely a year. And when I bought it, it was a pup, tiny little baby. I'll put a photo on the side so that you can see the size and also the type of leaf, that very, very immature leaf. So I've only got one of those immature leaves left. All the others fell off. And this new leaf is looking really pale. I'm really trying to get some better light. And quite slender. Interesting. It's in a chunky aeroid mix, and we do have some nice roots. And I think I can see little sparkles of vermiculite in there, so I definitely went down that route with this plant. And I'm not watering it very often. Now this one actually was living in this box, but it started dropping leaves, so I took it out. And then this leaf kind of appeared, which is kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna put you back now, back into your light. And that's where she lives, under the burrito, under there. And yeah, she seems pretty happy. I am kind of thinking I might take it off of the pole, because I think it was wild fern that has this one off of the pole. Was it wild fern or was it, oh, I don't know. Someone has this plant and they've just like left it as a hanging plant, and it looks really cute. It looks really cool. I don't know where I'd put it, because obviously it's going to take up some space when it gets bigger. Maybe keeping it on the pole is the correct thing to do. I don't know. Let me know, guys. Do you have this plant, and are you just growing it as a kind of hanging plant? And also, like, how am I meant to get the paler leaves? I don't know. We're going to have to try and, well, I guess I'm going to have to swap it around a bit. I did try putting it under here because the light, I love these lights. They're just normal, like, I think they're like garage lights or like kitchen lights. I don't know. I think they're kind of for your kitchen or for your garage. But the Hoyas love them. And no, all of my plants just absolutely love them. Got 2 more up there. Okay. Let me just put this little dude back, who is looking like she needs a bigger pot. I love this plant. Isn't she just cute? She is adorable. I really love this plant. I must get it into a better vessel. So yeah, I've got a couple of Rhipsalis on the go. But yeah, this one most definitely, she gets my attention all the time. Okay, let's move on to my next update, which is, if you have seen my Anthurium collection video, this leaf had just unfurled, and I think it was on that video where I was like, I wonder how big it's going to get. Well, it got really big. This is my hand. So, I mean, if I put my hand, I mean, it's bigger than my hand, and my hand is a little bit smaller than my head. So it's as big as my head. The leaf before that one, let me just turn it without slapping all the other plants. Oh, that didn't work. The leaf before that one was this one. So you can see it definitely sized up. And I definitely put that down to great white. This is the first leaf in my care. So when I bought the plant, it came in sphagnum moss. And how long have I had this plant? I've had this probably about, oh, sorry, hang on. I got it in like mid-August. So September, October, November, December. I've had it about 4 months. Oh my gosh. Look at that leaf. It's just, oh. It's still not completely hard. And the back of this plant gets me every time. It's so gorgeous. And the petiole, square petiole, that's nuts. I love this little ruffly bit as well. I don't know what they call that part of the plant. You can kind of see it a little bit more on there. But yeah, she's adorable in a chunky aeroid mix with a reservoir. We do have some really lovely chunky roots. Check those out. I love this vessel. I actually bought this from the pound shop. It was £2. It's such a bargain. I went back and bought another one. Yeah, and then I've got a layer of sphagnum moss on the top, which kind of keeps in the humidity and stuff. And I'm definitely watering this once a week. I do tend to leave water in the reservoir, so it's really dark. Can't really see very much today. I was really hoping for a little bit of sunshine today, but it's just not happening, guys. So I'll do my very best in the editing. I can see what I can do. Okay, next. Oh my gosh, this one's gonna blow your mind. I have to actually move this guy out of the way. Although this plant is just, yeah, she's gorgeous. But the next one is my Veitchii, and it finally has pushed out its very first leaf, and I never thought it was ever gonna happen. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, it's just forever gonna be the leaves that I have. Look at this new leaf. She's just so pretty. Look how red she is. You know what? There's a Veitchii red form. I'd love to have that one. I mean, looking at this, I don't want to touch the leaf at all, but it's just not. Maybe if I do that, it'll focus a bit more. So I keep bumping it now. But yeah, she's just precious. So precious. And I'm just, so relieved. So I bought this one at the same time as I bought, I didn't tell you the name of this one. This one is the Anthurium luxurians dark form. And I got this one from the rare plant market. A Planty House was the pop-up that I bought this from at that rare plant market, and I'm so happy with it. And I also bought this one at the same time. So yeah, this is the Anthurium Veitchii. I'm sure I did say that. This is its largest leaf, so it'll be interesting to see. My train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm actually feeling a little bit sick. I've got a sore throat, which is why I keep swallowing. Yeah, so this one. Okay. Yeah, so it'll be interested. I am interested to see whether the next leaf is going to be as large as this one, but she's so dinky still. I don't know, I can't see that happening, but you know, I'm happy with anything at this stage. Okay, next, I now have to move this guy, and oh, look. Look who's back. My Anthurium forgetii dark form. So, this was from a plant swap. And I got it like maybe a month after the rare plant market. And yeah, this friend of mine, my new friend that I actually made at the rare plant market, he sent me this beautiful plant. I had told him that I wanted one, and he was like, oh, you know what, I've got a little baby, you can have it. So he sent it to me, and it didn't last very long. The leaf just went brown. It went yellow, it went brown. And it withered and died, and I was left with literally just a stump, this stump, in a cup, with no leaf. I mean, the leaf kind of hung out. I left it on for as long as possible, but yeah. And look, this is the new little guy, and is out of the humidity box and just coping. It's been out for about a week now, and I haven't seen any kind of yellowing, or it's just looking stunning. I'm kind of keeping the light down. It's just, yeah, I've got him hidden at the back so that I don't fuss over him too much, and also just to kind of just keep that light down. Now the stump, so the leaf that you're looking at is actually from a new growth, but the old part of the plant was looking quite pale before, but you can see it's gone brown, and yeah, I think that's corrected. I think it's a goner. I don't know. I haven't squeezed it or anything. Should I have a little squeeze? Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, no. I think I just peeled off a sheath. Oh, let me try and get some more light. Okay, maybe if I go up a little bit. Maybe, fingers crossed, maybe this will be a plant with 2 leaves. Wouldn't that be amazing? But yeah. He's so cute. Little baby. So cute. Anyway, stop staring at that one. You see, this is the reason why he's back here like that. Because otherwise I'll be like, ooh, kisses. Let me kiss you. Okay, next. I'm just gonna, ooh, oh my gosh, everybody's bumping into each other. Let me put this one back. Whilst you stare at absolutely nothing. Okay, the next one is, I have to come back a bit because it's my Anthurium pedatiforum. And this one has a new leaf. I'm going to put a photo on the side because I don't know if I've done any videos when it had just unfurled. But yeah, that's kind of what it was looking like. And I really wasn't expecting it to develop into this strappy length. And as you can see, it's still really soft and transparent. So it's still busy growing and hardening off. Now the leaf before that is the one that's right next to it. So it's definitely sized up. Let me just kind of see if I can, there. Now you can see them together. So yeah, it's an inch longer. But the sad thing is we do have a yellowing leaf. It is the eldest leaf. So when you look from the top there and you trace it back, it's the very first one down here. I thought this was the first one, but actually it's not. It was this one because obviously they kind of go upwards. Yeah, so I'm not too worried. I did definitely, have been kind of struggling with the watering a little bit. Or no, it's not that I've been struggling. I just overcompensated. I thought, oh, new leaf, I best give it some additional water because the tank was empty. But actually I should have just waited for the humidity to leave before watering, and that is exactly what I'm going to be doing in future. It's in a chunky aeroid mix. We've got some really great roots that are already in the reservoir. Sorry, that is not, and I'm really scared to move it. Okay, yeah, you can kind of see there. Yeah, they're growing fast. They're growing real fast. Okay, do not bump this leaf too much. Yeah, they're growing fast. The roots are loving this substrate. Chunky aeroid mix, no drainage, sphagnum moss on the top, which looks a bit creepy, but I mean, it's a happy plant, so I'm not going to mess with it too much. But look at that leaf. Oh my goodness. It's just perfect. It's perfect. There's one more plant that I'm going to show you. And I'm going to have to get up for this guy. So I've actually just dragged this plant out of the shower. I gave it a shower today, finally. And I've had to change its pot. But I've also had to change its location. Actually, let me just put you there so that there's some light on you. Okay, yeah, so this is my next plant that I want to show you. Normally it's on the other side of the room with the tie, but it hit the ceiling and we've got a new leaf coming. I did top up the sphagnum moss but we're gonna have to top up again because there's this new one and the roots will be coming out from here. But yeah, that newest leaf is just stunning. Oh no, is that a hole? Oh no, that was me. Oh, so I put this in the shower today and I held it by its moss pole, which isn't attached to the pot, and it came out and then it got bumped, and oh, I've only just seen that now. Oh, look at that veination though. Oh my God, it looks crazy with the light behind it. Oh my goodness. It looks luminous. It's just nuts. So yeah, every 2 weeks I try and give this plant a shower because otherwise it gets like this sticky stuff and then it'll stain the leaf. It kind of, if you leave the sticky stuff on there, then the light, any sunlight or your grow light, I didn't manage to really get it all off of this one, but this one's already damaged. But yeah, that's kind of what you're seeing there. That's the damage, the kind of spottiness, and yeah, but this plant is doing good things. I will be cutting this plant, and I plan on cutting it maybe, I don't know, maybe here above this leaf. So it'll basically just be those 3 leaves and then the new one obviously that's coming. And yeah, and then it'll go in a pot on its own, and then I'll just have what's on the bottom. There are 2 plants in this pot and the other plant's doing fabulously. That's her newest leaf. Also looking quite luminous, very pretty. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Love this plant. Love this plant so much. And yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing, like giving it the chop and seeing how much bigger these leaves can get. I mean, check out that leaf. That's my hand. So it's definitely as big as my face. Because you know that's the test. It's got to be bigger than your head. Yeah, that's the last one that I think I'm going to show you today. Everybody else is doing really well, but those are the plants that have really been standing out to me and that I just couldn't wait to tell you about. Let me spin this camera around and say goodbye. Yeah, so a lot has happened, as you can see, and I'm just so pleased that those anthuriums are happy. And I had to bring this guy over because I'm just, this one was the one that I'm really shocked and over the moon about. And actually looking closer, there's still hope for that stomp. It might make a comeback, but yeah, I'm so pleased with it. Oh, from a stomp to this, I'm just so pleased, and I'm just so relieved. You know, like when someone gives you a gift. Oh, I can see the next one coming. Oh my God, it's like creeping on its back. Let me just, is it? Or is that just my imagination? Oh, that's my phone. No, it is. It's something else in there. Like, ignore that bit, but just there. Yeah, so I was feeling very guilty as soon as it happened, as soon as it started dying. I was just like, oh no. And then this friend of mine actually contacted me about something. I think he actually asked me, oh, you know, how things are going, and I was just like, I can't lie, I'm a really bad liar. Like, I can't do it. I don't like doing it, actually. I just don't enjoy it. I was just so, yeah, I had to tell him the truth, obviously. I mean, it's not like I can just, oh, buy another one and no, it's still fine, here it is. Like the well, I found this quite difficult to find. So yeah, I haven't actually told him yet that it has grown back and that he's back and he's alive. So I will most definitely send him a private little video. But yeah, this one was my biggest concern and my greatest achievement. Thank you so much for watching the video to the end. If you've made it here, well done. Yeah, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Oh, is that a mozzie now? Why? Yeah, do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video and hit the subscribe button. Put on your notification bell, all the things, and I will see you here again very, very soon. Have a fabulous week. All right, bye.